don't think it's hard. It's kind of boring. You know,
It's mentally draining.
Yeah, it's draining. It's the same thing.
To do baby stuff all day long.
I tell Christina, I'm like, help me with the owner. She goes, why? That's your job.
Shadows
Like,
all
did you
over.
say? I was like, oh.
Card
I
2.
don't get it.
Card 3. I hope you can hear the enthusiasm in my voice. She's gonna get mad at that.
Are you to play this?
Okay, there you go.
Oh, shoot. Really?
These are my witnesses. 2, 3, 4, 5. And no, they're not wearing the same clothes. Okay. Here we go. Brace yourself. Okay, tonight I'm going to kind of show you a little method that I've been using to break in a baseball glove. So, take it for what it's worth.
We'll learn something.
Yeah. For those of you who have kids who are currently playing baseball or who might play baseball in the future, you're probably going to be asked to break in a baseball glove, or you're going to have to volunteer to do it. This is just one of many ways to do it, but I have found it to be very effective. I've been playing baseball with David for, I want to say about 36 years. So I have a lot of experience breaking in a baseball glove, and this is how you do it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, there are several methods to breaking a baseball glove, and like I said, there's a lot of ways to do it. A couple of ones that I've found online were like baseballglove.com. They say the best way to do it is to just use it, and it'll break in, you know, over time. But like if you're like me, you want to do it quickly, and so they recommend, if you want quick results, to use saddle soap or Vaseline, which is something that will help soften the leather a little bit. Strictlysport.com says that you use shave cream, like a foam shave cream, and it has an ingredient in it called lanolin, and that will also soften the leather. And after you spray it with shave cream, you take a baseball bat and you pound on the leather, pound on the pocket, and that softens the pocket of the glove. And when I was 13 years old, I went to a baseball camp that was run by Tony Gwynn of the San Diego Padres, Hall of Famer. And I got to talk to my favorite baseball player at the time. His name was Tim Flannery. And he told me that most major leaguers use the shave cream method, but instead of using a baseball bat, they just play catch with it for days on end until it's, you know, however they like it. So all of those methods are very effective, and you can't go wrong taking advice from a Major League Baseball player, right? But I have found that the shave cream method actually shortens the lifespan of the glove, because the lanolin in the shave cream opens the pores of the leather, which allows dirt to get into the pores of the leather and causes it to break down faster. So my method is kind of a composite of a couple of other methods, and what you're going to need to do this is some water. You're going to need leather softener and some elbow grease. It's going to take a little bit of work. The materials that you'll need will be a bucket with cold water. You're going to have a pot of boiling water. You need some leather softener. This is a hot glove. You can get this anywhere, Walmart, any sporting goods store. It's just a leather softener, hot glove. Of course, you make a baseball glove. 2 baseballs and a string. Oh, and a baseball bat. Alright? The first step is you want to take your baseball glove and you're going to put it in the bucket of water. Just, you know, this probably might need a bigger bucket than this, but you want to leave it in the bucket of water for an hour or more. You want to make sure the glove is completely saturated with water. And what that's going to do is pretty much nothing to the leather, but it's going to help the next step along, okay? Once you've soaked your baseball glove, pull it out of the bucket and drain so you don't have any more water dripping out of it. And you're going to immerse it in the in the pot of boiling water. The reason why you want to soak it first is you don't want the boiling water. You don't want to wait for the glove to soak up the boiling water, because if you leave the glove in the pot of boiling water too long, eventually it's going to the leather is going to get brittle and it's going to crack. So basically, soak it here, dip it in the boiling water, 20 to 30 seconds. That's it, and then pull it out. That's all you're going to need. 20 to 30 seconds boiling water. There was a guy, his name was Ron Carpenter, and he wrote a book called Medieval Armor, and that he found out that that's the way they made armor in medieval times out of leather. They boil it in the water, and they boiled it for a long time, and it thickened it, it made it harder, and it made it stronger, so they would use that when they go into battle. That's going to lead us into the last step. Actually, step 3. It's more than one step. It's a lot of steps. Once you actually, I missed something. Hang on a second. There was another guy. His name was David Friedman, and he also says boiling water, boiling in the leather in the water for 20 seconds will shrink the glove by 1/8 of its original size, and it'll also thicken it by 1/4 of its original size. So that's what makes the glove last longer, I suppose you would say. It strengthens it. And then you want to take it out of the boiling water, set it aside for a couple of days until it dries completely. And once you do that, you're going to find that it's going to be extremely hard. It's going to be really stiff. It's going to be like a board. So, of course, you can't use it then. This leads us into the next step, which is you want to start loosening the hinge. This is the hinge that closes the glove. So you're just going to do this for probably a couple of hours. You want to loosen it up really good. Bend the fingers back a little bit. Try to get the leather a little bit pliable. Then we're going to go to the leather softener. Again, this is hot glove. You can find it anywhere. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Squirt a big pile of hot glove into the middle of your glove. Smear it in there really good and put it in the oven for about 4 to 5 minutes. Pull it out of the oven after 4 to 5 minutes. Let it cool a little bit so you can get your hand in there, because it's going to be hot. So once you can get your hand in there, that's when you need your baseball bat. Take a hold of a baseball bat and just pound it in the pocket over and over and over again. You might have to do this step, the hot glove and the bat, 2 or 3 times. I recommend not putting hot glove on the outside of the glove. You want to keep this stiff, so when you're playing, if the ball hits the fingers, it won't bend the fingers back. It'll be stiff. But the inside, because of the leather softener, is going to be nice and soft. When the ball hits it, it's just going to stick. Alright? So once you do that a couple of times, you're going to take 2 baseballs, put one in the pocket, one in the palm, just like that. Take some string, tie it around, nice and tight, like that, and then put it in the corner of the garage or wherever, and you'll leave it there for 24 or 48 hours, and when that's up, you should be able to use your nice broken-in baseball glove. Alright? And that's pretty much it. That's how it works. So if you use this method, as I stated earlier, your glove will last longer. You'll find that since it shrunk a little bit, and once you get your hand in there, it's gonna fit really nice. It's gonna be comfortable, but it's still gonna be a little stiff. It'll take a little while for it to break in, until you like it. But that's what I use. Use this method. It's gonna create a comfortable fit. It's gonna maximize the effectiveness of the glove and the lifespan of the glove. Couple of quick notes that you probably, actually you don't want to use this method on composite gloves. There's a lot of gloves out there that are made from like a nylon mesh and leather, or some of them are, what do you call it? Vinyl? Yes, it's vinyl. Put a vinyl glove in the oven, it's gonna melt. So make sure that you use 100% leather for this method. And that's it. This glove I've had for about 15, 16 years, and I still use it. We were using it a couple months ago when I was playing. 16 years I've had this glove, using this method. This one here, I had this one for over 20 years, and I still use this one, using this method. So, it works, so give it a shot. And that's it.